Now for a quick check of your weather, another gorgeous evening, and best of all, we got an extra hour to sleep or do whatever we chose. Addison, I was out on my bike, just too beautiful to not take advantage of the day.
I absolutely would be there with you as well, Cheryl, but my bed was too enticing. I'm sorry. I got that full extra hour of sleep, and then afterwards, a lot of people stepped outside, maybe going for a bike ride or a jog earlier on, and then watched a beautiful sunset eventually coming on in, but unfortunately an hour earlier than where it has been in days past. So currently we got 67 degrees being reported right there on Galveston out there during the golden hour with the light breeze coming on in off the Gulf of Mexico. So we're slowly starting to bring around a little more moisture in the atmosphere, and the humidity level right there will slowly be on the rise, not just for tonight, but over the course of the next several days. But speaking of sunsets, looking back from the day to day and going forward in throughout the next several weeks, all the way up towards the winter solstice, we are losing roughly about 36 minutes of daylight. So hopefully you've enjoyed it how it has been in weeks past when we had all those hours of daylight, especially during the summer months, because now we're starting to get towards less and less daylight coming our way. But for the day today, we saw a high of 72 degrees, nice and pleasant, after a morning low of 45, which is running nearly 10 degrees cooler than the average low. The records of 89 and 29 thankfully will stay in the record books for another year. High pressure sitting just to our north and east and is starting to bring on that onshore flow across the area, but notice there's barely a cloud in the sky as we're scanning across southeastern portions of Texas, where we have currently 68 degrees in Brenham, 70 degrees in Tomball. Out towards Mount Belvieu, you're sitting a little cooler, 58 degrees, a little bit of a breeze coming in off the bay. Galveston, you're at 67. Out towards Sugar Land, you're sitting pretty at 70 degrees. The temperatures, as we look further to the west, are trending milder as we're bringing more of a flow off of southern Texas and off across portions of northern Mexico as well. So we got 82 degrees in El Paso, 75 in Del Rio, and into the low 80s up in the Panhandle area. Eventually, we'll start to see this high-pressure system that's been giving us this great weather the past several days move further to the east, and we're going to eventually get a cold front to drop on down from a northwesterly direction, heading on over in towards Wednesday to Thursday's time frame. But as we watch this high pressure down towards the surface, eventually move eastward, we have another one sitting over the borders of Mexico and Texas, helping to bring in this nice pleasant flow of air across the southern plains, but also as that air is descending down from up aloft, diving down towards the surface, it's drying out and heating up, and that's what's allowed us to keep those skies relatively clear. And this will be the case for at least one more day before we start to see a little more cloud cover pushing back our way. So by tomorrow morning, you're going to be waking up to a little bit of a chill in the air, especially north of the I-10 corridor. Go out towards Livingston, you're going to go down to 49 degrees, Conroe 48, 49 in Columbus, and 54 degrees in Sugar Land. Close to the Gulf, of course, you'll be trending on the milder side. And then moving throughout the day, you'll see those temperatures warm up nicely. All the while, skies stay relatively clear until we get towards Tuesday's time frame with that cold front slowly starting to approach western Texas. As we make our way in towards Wednesday afternoon, now we have the rain chances starting to kick on up. It's about 10 to maybe 30% chance in the afternoon hours. We're going to be experiencing more warming pattern, a little more moisture comes across our way with that onshore flow. Then as eventually that cold front comes closer towards us by Thursday morning, we'll start to eventually see that rain chance start to diminish, and then we get a cooler, drier of air flowing down across the area. Skies are clearing out nicely as we head in through Thursday night from west to east, and that'll be the trend going through Friday and eventually in towards Saturday's time frame. So for Monday morning, it's going to be cool with some minor patchy fog in some spots because that moisture will be pushing onshore. But by the afternoon hours, starting from lunchtime and thereafter, it'll be looking good and pleasant. And then here we are looking throughout your 7-day forecast. So that rain chance really doesn't come on in towards the second half of the day. We already turned those clocks back, so you can ignore that. But then moving on in towards Veterans Day on Thursday into Friday, we're going to be seeing, Cheryl, pretty much some beautiful conditions coming in and then eventually moving out of town.